A policy forum organized by U.S. Democratic Representative Karen Bass is bringing attention to the former lost boys and girls of Sudan who are resettled in the United States in the early 2000s. Now, the forum hosted a panel of some of those lost boys and girls, now men and women, who are giving back to their societies, including Nyamal Biel, the founding director of the Nyaeden Foundation, an organization that helps empower women in South Sudan.
I feel very strongly that South Sudan needs to have young women on the decision-making table, and especially in peace building. That is something I see is not happening in the country, although they say that constitutionally there is a 25% spot that's held for women. That's just on paper. It's not realistic. And that is what a lot of us young South Sudanese women are working in different fields. You know, there's a young lady back there. She's a journalist. She's making her mark in our community by telling the truth and so forth.
Now, viewers, Ayen Bior tells us more about the forum and the Nyaeden Foundation.
Vincent, the story here on Capitol Hill is really about the group formerly known as the Lost Boys and Lost Girls of Sudan. Of course, we know most of them came here to the United States in the early 2000s, but since then they've really grown into capable and educated young men and women who are eager to give back to their societies, both here in the United States and back home in South Sudan. And so the question that Congresswoman Bass is asking is, how do we help them do that? Well, we know now that her office is working on new legislation that will help them pursue their educational goals by paying for their education, but also to encourage them to go back home to help rebuild their country. Vincent, I asked her, when can we expect this new legislation to be introduced into the House? And she said, there's still more work that needs to be done. She wants to talk to more people in the diaspora to get their input on this bill before it is finalized. Vincent, back to you.
Well, thanks a lot, Ayen.